Remember, not long ago, there were those Arabian negotiations where, in the presence of astonished, wide-eyed sheikhs, Putin's special representative, Mr. Dmitriev, spent a long time thoroughly wiping his feet on the Russian foreign ministry as a whole and on Mr. Lavrov in particular. Moreover, between Putin's special representative and Putin's minister, including Minister Lavrov, there were many unusual and extraordinary events. There was also a scandalous fight over a chair, just like between Kisa Vorobyaninov and Father Fyodor. Well, of course, there were more honorable seats, and there were seats somewhere at the very edge of the table. And Dmitriev, with Lavrov, never managed to share the chair. As a result, Lavrov lay low somewhere, cleaned up. He cleaned up and reappeared in public. Dmitriev's footprints are clearly visible on Lavrov's jacket and on his face. It is what it is. Nevertheless, Lavrov remained true to his signature style of diplomacy, which is tramway hooligan. And in a conversation with Central Asia, Mr. Lavrov suggested to everyone to endure Kaja Kallas, the head of EU diplomacy, who very beautifully, very effectively, and very consistently explains how the policy towards Russia should look. But Kallas is generally an object of hatred for the entire Putin clique, which undoubtedly at this moment is a mark of very high quality for this lady. But in general, Lavrov's style of diplomacy in the civilized world evokes boredom and bewilderment because such an approach is no longer in fashion. It feels as if Lavrov was exhumed from the Komsomol graves of the 1920s, as red diplomacy was characterized by the same primitive audacity. And in exactly the same way, without any regard for the facts, it behaved provocatively. Well, as for the facts, today they are a stubborn thing. And no matter how much Putin's cockroaches amuse themselves, no matter how they wiggle their antennae from his ears, the facts indicate that overall, what is happening is becoming more shameful for Russia with each passing day. For the fourth year now, Russia's collective face is being cleaned. A country 28 times smaller in size, resources, and population. And in 3 years, Putin's orcs, through 3 years of daily battles and bombings, have not been able to break or intimidate this country. Yes, Ukraine is suffering terribly. Yes, it is burying many. It is losing small towns and villages, small towns and villages where death and Russian filth reign. Indeed, all of this is true, but the result of Putin's grandiose special military operation is practically zero. But folks, facts are facts. Yes, at the cost of nearly 1 million Russian corpses, it has been gnawed away. A few cities have been gnawed away, turned into dust and garbage. But already it's clear, even to a hedgehog, that Ukraine on the whole has withstood and will withstand, that none of what Putin dreamed of will come true anyway, will not happen and will not materialize, and that Ukraine will still be in NATO, and that at the moment Ukraine is not about war, it's not about heroism. Ukraine is Russia's crime. By continuing to want something and bomb something, Russia only exacerbates its guilt, strengthens, let's say, multiplies its crime. No valor, no glory, only the generation of shame. And all these captured settlements, when generals report about them, it's like a huge brute rapist who has mutilated a child. He boasts showing off the child's severed fingers.